about to watch this afternoon is about workplace bullying. Mary and Hector have met a few times already. Mary's feeling pretty optimistic about this working relationship and she's hoping it's going to be as good as it was with Rob. Her and Rob had a great working relationship.
After our discussion the other day, I was feeling really positive, so I thought I'd share with you an idea I had while I was acting in your position.
I just don't think that it's revolutionary enough, Mary. You understand that in this new landscape, you know, me over here in the big chair and you over there, that coming up with ideas, it's not necessarily your role anymore.
Should we check in with Hector? We just wanted to check in with you. What was your experience with that meeting?
What, with the meeting?
The meeting.
With Mary?
Yes.
I'm going to have to make some changes.
Hector, are you feeling under threat from the board to perform?
Oh, no, not under threat. I mean, you know, they've given me some lofty expectations, you know, but I'm capable of it. That's why I got headhunted.
How are you feeling, Mary?
Oh, I'm pretty disappointed. Like I was hoping that we could use working on that particular project, the barcode project, as a bonding exercise to kind of figure out how we work with each other.
As you know, new kid on the block, got a lot on my plate, but I thought it'd be worthwhile casting my eye over the whole business, see what I could find. Anyway, I've come up with some strategies that I believe can help redefine and streamline certain processes.
This is very impressive. You have been working hard, Hector. Oh, look at this.
You didn't headhunt me to sit on my hands now, did you?
This looks it looks perfect. It's just what we need.
Yeah.
Charlotte, did you hear that?
What can Mary do about it?
I was really disappointed that you presented my idea as your own. I came to you with that idea and you presented it at the exec meeting without mentioning me at all.
Are you talking about that sketchy thing that you came to me with? Which we had a meeting and I told you at the time that exec wouldn't fly with that. I think I understand why you're still where you are. I'm amazed at your lack of understanding of what it takes to sit in the big chair, Mary. They want me to bring visions to them that they think that can forward the company. Okay, that's it.
In a moment, we're actually going to go back in time and we're going to give Mary a second chance at doing that conversation. We're actually going to give Mary a script to help her structure this conversation. And this is called the I've Noticed script. And it's designed to help you have a curious conversation.
I noticed at the last exec meeting that you presented the barcode idea. You said it wouldn't fly, so I'm wondering what happened so that when you presented it to exec, they thought it was fantastic.
I think you're doing an outstanding job on realigning that new marketing team.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. That means a lot. And thank you for giving me free rein on that.
No, my pleasure. Can we just have a quick chat, like private, confidential thing?
Sure.
I've got a few concerns around Mary. Considering that, you know, she sat in the big chair for 3 months before I got here. She's relying on me a lot more than I would have expected. And I'm sure you picked up on this, the moods. And I've been checking it. It's not a monthly thing. She's all over the place. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Would you mind just keeping a bit of an eye on her?
Oh, of course.
Take down a couple of notes. If she does something a bit odd, says something a bit out of the ordinary, you know, anything that might give us a bit of a hint.
I think some people in the room have a different perspective on what just happened in that conversation. What do you guys think just happened in that conversation? That was actually gossip. And gossip is a bit like ping pong. It takes two people to engage in gossip. Would you like to go back in time?
Yes.
Okay,
please.
All right, well, we can do that here this afternoon at EEO. We can go back in time and we can give Louise a second chance at having that conversation. You are going to give advice live to Louise.
When you talked about HR, it might have actually been a good opportunity to say, actually HR are really good here. I don't know what your experiences was before, but I've had a great experience with HR and I can connect you with our HR business partner if that would be helpful.
The weeks have continued to unfold. The working relationship between Mary and Hector isn't going too well. Let's check in and see how they're going.
What's that? What's that? Is this the report I gave you? Is this the report that I sent you on the very important exec meeting?
I just heard the way Hector was speaking to you. Are you okay? He had that folder for weeks. No one could have finished that report in that short time. He does this to me all the time. It's like he's setting me up to fail.
Mary, I think you need to do something. That was not okay. We have crossed over now into unlawful behaviour. Some of the things you just witnessed are actually part of the legal definition of bullying. For something to be legally bullying, it needs to be repeated. And that is from the perspective of the person being bullied. So if I get bullied by one person one day, someone else another day, someone else the next day, that is repeated. Now, sometimes there are one-off incidences that are clearly not okay. So it could be something else. If it's not repeated, it's not bullying, but it could be workplace violence and aggression, it could be discrimination, it could be harassment. So there are other laws, but for it to be bullying, it does need to be repeated. The next part is that it needs to be unreasonable. So there's something about the behaviour which is unreasonable, and there needs to be a risk to health and safety, and that might be physical health and safety or psychological health and safety. Was that under performance management? Anything else Mary could have done?
Go to a doctor.
Go to a GP, great. Yep.
Sadly, there's also the option she could just leave.
She could just leave. She could just quit her job. If there was a union, she could go to a union. If there was a contact officer or a chaplain. What we know is that organisations that do this well, it's good for people and it's good for business.